Hey, what's going on everybody? Gus here. How you guys doing? So, today we're taking a look at an interesting product from Schiit. You know what? Since I don't want to really, go through the dance of fighting the YouTube algorithm because of this brand's name, for the remainder of this review, I'm just going to call them Brenda. Alright? So, this is Brenda's new Loki Mini Plus, a high-quality 4-way tone control thingy to put on your audio setup that, spoilers, I kind of really like. The Loki Mini Plus. Brenda from HR, not so much. She's kind of rude. Alrighty then, tone control. It's been a while since I've seen something like this take that much spotlight time, but I'm pretty sure that's because of all the discussion around products like the Loki Mini in regards to adding signal noise and impurities to the signal chain, plus the obvious fact that we live in a digital era that, not to paraphrase Apple that much, it just seems like there's an app for everything. And yes, of course, there are really powerful paid apps as well as barely competent free ones that would allow you to try and tone control and EQ stuff here and there, but also in Brenda's defense here, there's just something better about being able to tweak stuff with physical analog knobs, Plus, this can be used on any type of setup, including those that have absolutely nothing digital about them, which would make it impossible to use apps anyway to begin with. It's an old school approach, yeah, but it's pretty flexible and sort of a guaranteed one. Although I do have to admit that when they arrived, I was skeptical if I was either going to like them or even find use for them. But, and I kid you not, the very first time I turned them on and started fiddling with the knobs, they basically turned an IEM that I was not liking at all into something that I thoroughly enjoy listening to. Talk about a plot twist. Now, if I'm being honest, $149 seems like a weird price point to me. It's not that I don't think it's worth it. It's just that this looks like it belongs in a Brenda entry stack between a Modi and a Magni, and those units are 99 bucks a pop, so I figured, maybe this would be too, but nah. Now let's talk build for a second, because this little guy is a tank. Excellent build quality being all metal. This black one specifically is slightly rough in texture, which I like very much more than the smooth aluminum finish of the silver ones. Front side, you have an LED to indicate power, a switch to toggle between a complete physical bypass or actually activating the tone control, and 4 knobs that feel a little bit too cold to be plastic, but I don't really know if they're metal or not, but they're good knobs, controlling Japanese Alp spots inside. Backside, you have a power plug with an external wall wart, as basically everything else that Brenda does, power switch, and RCA ins and outs. That's it. And this is factually great, because since everything about the Loki Mini Plus is 100% analog, you can pair this with any other gear you have, as long as you have a way to feed it signal through RCAs, and then pump the signal from it to your amplifiers, either for headphones or speakers, you're good. It really doesn't matter what the rest of your setup looks like. Granted, the most common case would probably be this sandwiched between a DAC and an amp, like a Modi and a Magni. Brenda stack. But yeah, you can use this with whatever. It gives you control over 4 overall ranges of the sound curve: lows, low mids, high mids, and highs, which granted doesn't give you extreme fine control over the entire curve, but this broader approach is already super effective, and it doesn't really take that much space on your setup to do that. Want to spice up the lows a notch? Or maybe you're all about those in-game footsteps and you couldn't care less about that thumping bass. No problem, just grab those knobs and twist and turn them until you are thoroughly satisfied. And while you're at it, take your mind out the gutter, because this is a family show. Now, from the name, Loki Mini Plus, this should indicate that there was a Loki Mini before it, and yeah, this is a revision, this is an evolution of the original one. And the main thing Brenda was trying to do here with the Plus was to eliminate some of the issues that the Loki Mini had with signal noise. And by the gods does this thing sound clean. Paired with my SMSL SAP6, my O2 amp, or my SP200 THX amp, there is zero perceivable noise or signal change in any of these amplifiers going out to any of the IEMs, headphones, or speakers that I hooked up to the other end. This instantly breaks the first argument as to why something like this would be detrimental to your audio setup. But that's really all there is to it. There's basically zero reason not to recommend the Loki Mini Plus unless you are completely against physical knobs for some reason, or you really don't want another piece of gear like occupying space on your setup. For the price, it performs really well, it's a great build, and more importantly, it does what it's supposed to without compromising what you already have going on your audio setup. And as I said, at first I was indeed skeptical, but was also categorically proven wrong. So I'm giving this all the thumbs up I can. Great job on the Loki Mini Plus, Brenda. And that's been it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, so like, subscribe, hit the bell, leave any comments or suggestions down below as usual. Share the video as well if you've enjoyed it. Really helps me out a lot and I appreciate it. Check out these other videos that might be of interest to you. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Gus and I'll catch you guys later.